Metro police are now working harder and faster to keep our streets and our city safe.
The police have not only installed newer technology in their license plate reader cars, but they've also deployed the cars throughout the city. RTV6 reporter Jack Reinhardt took a ride in one of those cars, and he joins us live from our Monument studio, on Monument Circle. Jack?
Well, Drew, license plate reader technology has been around for a little bit, and the police department has recently upped their inventory from 1 car to 7. And the command staff has put them on every single policing district where they want those cars on the street every day on every shift.
My 2 front cameras are out there.
Officer Joe Krazik has a view through the windshield, but his car can see 360 degrees. And today, on the city's east side, he's looking for more than just stolen cars and suspended drivers. He's headed to the Marina Apartments, the scene of a triple murder, where he will put the license plate reader car to work, looking for possible evidence in the homicides.
Maybe one of those plates will lead to a suspect information for the detective, or put a suspect at this location.
The police department uses the technology in violent crimes, homicides, shootings, armed robberies, and arsons. But the license plate reader system is unmatched at identifying stolen cars and suspended drivers.
It can read probably 100 plates, within 15 minutes, and that'd take me all shift.
Each policing district has its own license plate reader car. They capture thousands of license plates each day. The department then downloads the data into a server capable of holding several million plate numbers.
So they're deployed almost daily, especially in the hot zones or saturation zones we call the high crime areas that we've been identified throughout the city where we have issues.
During this one particular traffic stop of a driver with a suspended license, the license plate reader detected at least 3 more drivers with license issues, including one identified as a habitual traffic violator who had been banned by the BMV for driving for at least 10 years. That she was behind the wheel again today meant that police could arrest her for a felony criminal violation.
I can drive and still do my regular course of duty without even messing with it. It'll just pick up plates and stuff like that, and in case a stolen car drives up by me, I don't know it's stolen, I don't run that plate, it'll pick up on it.
Now, this technology is so sophisticated that police can program in specific information that they want the reader system to look for. The data is stored by the police department for up to 6 months, but data collected during critical investigations is stored indefinitely. Reporting live downtown, Jack Reinhardt, RTV6.
That's really cool stuff, Jack. Thanks. And new tonight, 70 people have filed a lawsuit against the Northern Indiana Medical Facility. They say contaminated steroid injections caused them to get fungal meningitis. The lawsuit seeks unspecified damages against orthopedic and sports medicine centers of Northern Indiana in Elkhart. The lawsuit says the facility should have known about conditions at a Massachusetts company linked to an outbreak of fungal meningitis that sickened about 750 people in 20 states. A spokesperson at the Indiana facility says the lawsuit lacks merit and that the New England Compounding Center is at fault.
Some tense moments today at sewage treatment facility in northern Indiana. Just after 8 this morning in Bluffton in Wells County, workers noticed a chlorine smell and discovered a leak in one of the tanks. When fire crews arrived on the scene, they realized it was a hazmat situation and called in the Fort Wayne hazmat team. The team found a broken chlorine gas pipe and dealt with the problem. Plant employees were evacuated.
Our residents have never been placed in harm's way. Evacuation was never needed for them. We've maintained an isolation area on access point going into and out of the wastewater filtration plant.
Hazmat responders were scrubbed down after leaving that building. No one was hurt.
So how do you own 250 bikes without paying for them? Well, you do what your mom told you to do. You share. That's the idea behind the city's new bike share program, Pacers Bike Share. It gets rolling like these bikers Tuesday, April 22nd. 250 bikes will be available at 25 share stations along or near the downtown Indianapolis Cultural Trail. Buy a 24-hour pass for $8 or an annual pass for about $80. That gets you unlimited 30-minute trips. Drop it off at a station, and when you're ready to go again, just pick up another one.
Now, your Storm Team 6 certified most accurate forecast from meteorologist Todd Clausen.
Bike rider?
I am a bike
Todd is
rider.
a bike
I'm
rider.
a big bike rider.
He uses all the bike lanes.
I use all the bike
You
lanes,
do.
the Mona and the Cultural Trail. I think I put on about 1,000 miles on my bike
Really?
last year.
Good for you.
Haven't got it out this year much because the weather's been so
come
chilly.
on.
If it hasn't been chilly, it's been rainy. And
No more excuses.
no more excuses, right, going forward. Hopefully you're going with the wind and not against it if you're on a bike later on this evening. Here's a live look from Bloomington as the sun is starting to get a little lower on the horizon there off in the western sky. You see lots of clouds around still, and these clouds will eventually start to thin out as we go throughout the overnight hours. But the issue this evening is the wind. A wind advisory is still in effect for a good portion of central Indiana until 8 p.m. this evening. At that point, the wind should get below the wind criteria for that advisory and then continue to die down overnight tonight. In fact, they're a little calmer than they were just last hour. Bloomington, 14-mile-per-hour wind, 26 right now in Peru. As far as the temperature, it actually went up 1 degree from last hour. We're sitting at 40 degrees right now. Your sunset is at 8:12 this evening, although lots of clouds are in place. 39 from Peru to Lafayette, 43 is the current temperature in Bloomington right now. And as you expand out, you notice this little cold pool of air that's in place through the Great Lakes down to Indianapolis. But once you get to Evansville, we're right around 50 degrees. Nashville's at 64. We have a westerly wind right now, and that's going to keep us chilly throughout the evening hours and overnight. But we'll start to turn that wind a little more southerly tomorrow, and that'll bring the temperatures back up into the 50s. So if you have plans this evening, again, it cools down into the upper 30s by the time we get to 7 p.m., mid-30s by 10 p.m., and then close to freezing by the time we get to tomorrow morning. So it's a cold start to our Saturday. Here are the clouds that are in place. Again, just now starting to break apart a little bit south of Terre Haute, but the storm system itself is well off to the east, so we no longer have any precipitation in the forecast. And as we look ahead to the weekend, we have plenty of sunshine. 51 on Saturday, so it's a little on the cool side, especially to start. But the April sunshine pretty strong this time of year, so even though these temperatures are below normal, it won't feel all that bad with the winds calming down. Sunday, the temperature is at 59 for our high. So overnight tonight gets down into the 20s to the north, about 32 here in the city, 31 in Richmond. And then high temperatures tomorrow into the 40s to the north, 51 in Indianapolis and 54 in Bloomington. Enjoy the sunshine this weekend. On Saturday, you notice the temperature trend going into the 40s by the noon hour and up to 51 by 4 o'clock. But Monday is a day we're going to focus on here for another inch of rain possibly, and some flooding will be likely as that next storm system moves in. Once we get past Monday, it's drier and warmer. And look at that, Thursday for the Indians home opener, Dave First. Partly sunny and 65.
We like that. Yeah, we
Should
do.
be nice.
It will be nice.
I'll take
Thanks.
it too. I'm going to be there.
Oh, I didn't even look over. It was Brad. You know, you take a morning guy, you put him on the evenings, he doesn't know what's going on.
Hi, I'm Brad. I'll be your sportscaster this evening. Thanks for joining
Take it
us.
away, Brad.
Pacers is what we're talking about. We want to see some more of this. If you're a fan of the blue and gold, they got a win Wednesday night over the Pistons. Can they keep it going up north? We'll look ahead to Indiana versus Toronto coming up.